retreated. This right here sound like a three-peat. I put the in it sound like I'm knee deep. I'm like, oh, that you needy. Me and HB going Juvie and BG. They gotta put my face on no box of Wheaties. I'm praying for whoever think they competed. Salute when you see me. That's all he ever, so that's how you greet me. I'm going TM 101 cheesy, and plus they got D2 on repeat. I'm with the love of my life for like 3 weeks, cause that's all I needed. She wanna go on a trip or retreat, but I'm sorry, I never retreated. I set the bar so high that you might as well leave it. I'm going undefeated. I broken the system, had to breach it. That's mission impossible, mission completed.
Salute when you see me, yeah. I got the heart of a god and a genie. I want you to love me, I want you to need me. When I this face is Fiji. I gotta get back to the hood. I remember when I was the needy. Clean me up, squeaky. She fell in love, deeply. Sleepy. They like what I say, they repeat me. Yeah, look, all this money I be spending on BBs. That's why you gotta salute when you see me.
I'm ready for more. You fired up, I'm fired up. Don't run from rap. 1, 2, 3. Hey. I'm ready for more. Tell them I'm ready for more. Game time. I'm ready for war. Tell them I'm ready for war. I just got 20, I'm running on empty. This mobile that came from my money is silly. I feel it envy, not trying to be friendly. It is what it is, if you want me, come get me. Whenever you ready, no, I keep it steady. Yeah, I get the W, throw the confetti. Please do not tempt me, don't hold it against me. We about that action, don't ever forget it. Squad of gorillas, the army, the navy. When I call a play, I'ma score like I'm Brady. The title is mine, if you want it, come take it.
Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Pushing his way through and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Only needing 2 yards on second down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Ron Thornhill. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. Now Jackson. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. That catch good for only a couple.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. 2nd and 8. Now it's Jackson. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he'll get this out to the 30-yard line.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Again, Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
Jackson on 1st down. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game. But in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
1st down, and they stick with Eckler. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. A handoff. It's Eckler down to the 30 after a gain of 3. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. On the give, this is Eckler. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Is this a touchdown? That's the question. CD, what are they looking for here?
You just need any part of the football to break the plane. You don't need the whole football. It doesn't need to go over the entire white line. It's just that front part of the white line. And if you draw an imaginary plane going straight up, that's what they need to cross.
They'll look to run with Edwards. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Gus Edwards, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. Evan McPherson for the extra point. He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
McKenzie will not return this, and it will be brought out to the 25.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
And they'll go on the ground. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. The quick slant caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Brett Maher on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Tyler Lockett now with a return.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, keel up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year?
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. He hits his target, Lockett, and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career. That draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they called Bambi. So if you're in that type of territory, catch the same number of passes he caught, you know you're on your way to a big-time career. And just think, he's not through yet.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down, eluding the pressure right. And out of bounds right around the 20. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain.
Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up third down on the sack. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And they snap him short of the first as he can only get to the 20. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up fourth down. Now the Jets will call on the field goal unit here. From the left hash, this from 37. McPherson's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 18 yards on each of the last 2 plays, and they're picking up big chunks now. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, they'll try to run it. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 51 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Looking for the end zone. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front. Marr now to add the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They go play action with Jackson. Man open is Robinson. And he's brought down. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Jackson will throw again. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 32-yard line.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
And Jackson throwing once more. On the screen, this is Eckler. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. No.
Here's Jackson to throw. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
McPherson's kick is good.
And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they've got a little under 40 seconds to go if they want to try to put something together here. They'll start with the option. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Going for the deep ball.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Juan Thornhill.
Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
But that's caught at the 25. And get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It's a big play that time by the Jets. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
42 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here is Eckler. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out, because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he is going to have a Jets first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Now room for Eckler. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Big yardage that time for the Jets. Trailing here in the 3rd, and that run might just be the spark that this offense needs.
And don't you just get the sense that he's going around, not just in the huddle, but looking over at the bench and saying, ball, give me the ball. Let me carry this thing home.
Edwards is in. Touchdown, Jets. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
And McPherson on for the extra point. And that'll make this a 6-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go play action with Hurts. Flushed out right. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they've brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Now a throw here to his running back. And some room to maneuver. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big play there on the catch and run.
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield. Instead, checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down. In this case, though, he foiled that in a big way and turned it into a big play.
Now they try the right side here. Space to run past the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from taking the lead. Marr on for the extra point. And with that, his guys take the lead here by a point. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And it'll be a touchback as Tyler Lockett says, I'm not going to return this one. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the 3rd quarter. Now they relinquished that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right? Where it swings back and forth, and who's going to make the play that changes that maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there.
It's a big play that time by the Jets.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Now it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a first down, and he gives himself up there at the end.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Here's the option going left on 2nd down. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. 11 yards is the gain on the keeper there, but now it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback. Each team has its own terminology. Some people call it jumbo, some call it monster, some call it king. But it doesn't really matter. They brought in a big lumber to pick up that first down.
Yeah, you think about goal line defense with the goal line offense that time getting it done. Running on first down, Eckler. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 117 yards on the ground for him so far. Eckler going to get it again on second down. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. It'll be first and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on first and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep, and a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he gets it a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
For the lead, here's third and goal. Eckler again. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This for a fourth quarter lead. McPherson's kick is good. And with that, they will move ahead by 2 here in the fourth. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a third and about 2.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On third down, they'll try and pick it up with a counter. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to convert on third and short yardage with a gain of 4.
Well, sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big third down conversion.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Hurts going to keep it running right. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Hands it off out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Hurts sets up to throw it, eluding the pressure right. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
Heady on that one, huh? Getting out of bounds before the 2-minute warning. They get an extra timeout, extra opportunity to move the ball downfield. Very smart football.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars have retaken the lead. They do tack on the extra point as well, and the lead is up to 5. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Lockett the return. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
He's to the 10, and all the way down to the 5. 137 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars add on to their lead, and they appear poised to break this long losing streak. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities. Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points.